All right, welcome to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, Grenada. We have a lot of things to tell you about on the program. As usual, you get it all here. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Things that you can't hear anywhere else, you're going to hear it here. You understand? Sometimes when you're in doubt about what you hear elsewhere, you gotta come here. You understand? Because we're not about the fluff and we might have swag, but not fluff where the information is concerned. You understand? So we break it down for you. Alright? So you're in the right place at the right time. Welcome again. And we have a lot of things to tell you about on the program tonight. Hey, guys, breaking news. We have the results of the PWU elections, and we will be sharing that with you in a moment. As well, there are new positions, new persons taking over positions within the executive. We'll talk about that. All right, the election was today. Missing child found. Fisherman dies at sea, and the body of a man discovered in Carriacou, all on the same morning. Marijuana continues to be the main controlled drug consumed in Grenada, even by teens. Woman alleges in St. Lucia that the doctor amputated the wrong leg of her grandmother. I ain't making it up. Would you imagine? Would you imagine? You have one good leg, and the other one give you problems, and you go to the doctor to give some sort of, remedy or some kind of business fix to the problem, and they tell you, well, it has to be amputated, and the doctor cut out the wrong leg? Hey! Well, that doctor could go and start selling snow ice because it's a wrap. We could talk about that when we come back. SVG PM receives backlash, on the idea of on the idea of forcing bus drivers to take the vaccine. We'll talk about that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. We have to let all you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Real Value IGA Supermarket, the Housing Authority of Grenada, the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Court Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Ministry of Health. We say thank you all for making it possible, this program. And of course, we appreciate you all the time. We're taking our first break, and when we return, it's going to be real news in Olia Lily Lolo. So Olia, hold on, man, we're coming back. If all you have not yet done so, please go ahead and share the business, share the thing so that other people know that we are live, we're coming.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Feel good facts.
Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
All right, family members, well, all the best to those of you who are just joining us. And, yesterday we were telling you about busmen and things like that who went out and they did, this little charity thing now. Painted the pedestrian and stuff by Wall Street and things like that. And some of the bus operators and so on. Also, on the weekend, there were students and so on, TAMCC led this cleanup campaign on one of the nation's local beaches, and they are also encouraging persons to do the same, not just to wait on when somebody is doing it, but you can just go ahead and organize your own crew and go ahead and do some cleanup initiatives and things, particularly on the nation's beaches, because it's the beauty of the island, and if it's not well kept, then couple smoke with pipe. All right, Olio. So yes, boy, let's get into the news now. Elvin Nimrod, he was laid to rest today at the funeral service held, state funeral held in Carriacou. There were several government ministers, officials, and so on who paid tribute to the former Deputy Prime Minister. We'll have more on that in the national report. We don't want to double up, so we will have more on that on the second half of the program. All right. Now, as it relates to your seed payment, it continues at the community level in March of 2021. Now, according to this dispatch, payment of the Support for Education Empowerment and Development Program (SEED) will continue in various communities in March 2021. Now, the Ministry of Social Development, Housing and Community Empowerment informs the beneficiaries of the SEED that your monthly payment for March 2021 will begin on Wednesday, March 24th, and it will end on Friday, March 26, 2021. Now, all beneficiaries are advised that you will be paid on a community level, as was done in the past months. Now, the full payment schedule will be released soon via this medium. All right. Please note that the adjustment in payment process is in an effort to exercise social distancing protocols and protect their clients against the potential threat of the COVID-19. A message from the SEED Unit, Ministry of Social Development, Housing and Community Empowerment. All right. Now, the next thing that we have to tell our little boy, we still received further confirmation late last night about Grenada's latest COVID-19 status. All right. Now, we've had two latest cases. Now this brings to 154 the total number of confirmed cases since Grenada recorded its first case on March 22nd, 22. That's one day after my birthday in a dog. We make sure we clear that date first and then, anyway, let me leave that talk. Now the Ministry of Health says that the new cases, both of which are imported, were detected on March 13, 2021. One arrived from the United States and the other from Jamaica. Both are now in self-isolation. Now, of the total number of confirmed cases, 76 are imported and 151 have recovered. To date, Grenada has conducted 23,384 rapid PCR tests and 8,606 people have received their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. 8,606. All right. Now we are moving on. Now today, boy, we received information about a missing child. And persons was like, "Whoa, boy, again." And every time we hear that, that's what we are saying. We hear people saying, "Again, boy, again." This time it was a 12-year-old, Zinel Lawrence of New Hampshire, St. George. She was reported missing today. Well, I've got good news for you. She has been found and reunited with her family. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force would like to thank the general public and the media for your continued support. There was another bit of information that we received, but we want to err on the side of caution. A young man from Concord, I believe. We received information that he was missing. We received that from a family member. However, we did not get that from the police. And so we would like to follow protocol for now on this particular matter. And if all remains the same, by tomorrow we'll follow up with the police. And once we get the clearance, then we'll go ahead and disseminate that missing persons report if necessary. All you, the Public Workers Union, they held the elections today. 13 candidates, 6 positions. Otape, Brian Grimes, and Rachel Roberts all vied for the top spot of president of the association. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might not have heard this before, but we are able to tell you that now. And that's the good thing about Mikey Live. We don't have the facts. You understand? As of now, here are your results in terms of voting. I can't wait for Grenada election and that, boy. We don't play a mass on the program, And next year, I want to be the official media to cover, or whenever the election comes again, not this, the PWU. I want to be the one to cover the whole thing. You understand? Anyway, so here are your results. Rachel Roberts, and we are going for the president's spot, right? So we had Rachel Roberts, Brian Grimes, and Arthur Pear. They vied for the top spot of president of the association of the union, and scoring a total of 272 points is Arthur Pear. Scoring a total of 366 points is Rachel Roberts, and scoring a total of 401 points, we have Brian Grimes. So by virtue of the amount of votes we have here, Brian Grimes is going to be the new president of the Public Workers Union. Now again, he defeated the outgoing president, Rachel Roberts. All right, again the votes: 401 Brian Grimes, Rachel Roberts 366. Closely contended, if you ask me, and Arthur Pear 272. And so for the other positions, we have Fimba 507 votes, Coy 490. Nugent 403, Clarkson 591, Daisy 602, Deanne 416, Paul 522, Penny 474, and 547 and Maricho 464. So those are all the other positions, all right? And so we'll have a more comprehensive report a little bit later on. Probably we'll post it on our page for you in terms of who will be who took the various positions. All right, I know we just gave it the raw numbers there, but for those of you of the union who are familiar with the names, well, you know what that means in terms of who will be the PRO, for example. Based on what we're seeing here, Daisy Hazard will maintain her position as the PRO of the union, and of course, well, we have all the other respective positions there, but we're going to break that down for you a little bit later on. So there you have it, folks. There is going to be a new president of the Public Workers Union, and that's in the person of Brian Grimes. All right, we are moving on. How are we looking for time, folks? The day started off badly. Well, hold on, before I even go there, let's roll back. Hold on, let's roll, Mikey. What's going on with you? So at today's election, there are some people who were, some of the public workers who were talking about representation. Some people felt that the union is falling short of giving them proper representation. You know, they are saying, you know, every time there's an election, you hear people come about and stuff like that, and then after the election is ended, then you don't hear them again. Some are satisfied with the way they have been represented, while others are not.
I hope whoever come, they step up to the games and stop this ring my roll thing. People don't have time for that. In this time now, you just have to go for it. And the union, they come just as politics. They come nice in front of you, vote for them, you give them your vote, and when they reach in the position, to hell with you. You have people that are 20-something plus years in the system, and up to now, they can't get a letter stating that they're permanent, they're temporary, they're on contract. They need to step up the games. Otherwise, I want to stop a union, because union don't fighting for nobody. Up to now, we're still fighting for 4% and we can't get it. Yes, no, that was since in the election. Election come and gone, another election coming again. What going on? What ways? I find the whole place at a shutdown for people to, for the government to realize, well, the government workers mean business now. I want proper representation, and I need the union to step up and give the public what is due to them. Public service, public servant, a matter of fact. We've been working too hard for this thing and them now. Too hard. They're seeking the interest. Once they get there, to heck with the other people. Them pocket getting fat every month, and we had to scrunt every month to try and pay a bill. Them know what they eating for breakfast. We parents had to box the bread and see what we give them children to eat. Them already know they reach the position where they want to be. So them had to fight for us. That is what we're paying them for. They're lacking a lot, and they need to pull themselves together.
I think our last president had tried, and she tried very well.
All right, thank you very much. All right, good. Okay, so we're moving on. Let's go. Oh yeah, the next thing that we have to tell you, boy, this morning, boy, we get two separate calls. One of a man whose body was found in a boat, and then another in Carriacou. Both incidents were confirmed by police. So the first is the case of a gentleman who has been a fisherman for, let's say, over 40 years. You understand? He's actually from Subi, St. Andrew. And he goes by the name Eric Williams, also known as Dark Knight. You see, early morning he go out on the usual, you know, expedition fishing. And then, you know, he was accompanied by others, well, in their own boats, and they realized, well, something not right, because the boat didn't move in how it's supposed to. You know, it was seemingly moving in a manner that, like, no one was controlling it. So they say that raised the suspicion of his colleagues. And when they investigated closely, they realized that the man is laying in the boat, motionless. Upon further inquiry, they realized that something seriously wrong with him. So the boat was hauled in, and a medical professional came and they examined, and the body was pronounced dead. You understand? The fishing fraternity there, they were in shock. They say, well, you know, this is like the man get up like normal and go about the business, and then, you know, he just died. Just died. It just died. You understand? So that took them by surprise, and they did not take that too well. Say they couldn't fish again. And it's as if that isn't bad enough. Then we get news of another reported death. Understand? In Carriacou, body was discovered on Main Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou. You understand? Well, they are investigating both incidents. And we will get some update once it is forthcoming, once they have some sort of conclusion on the investigation. Then we will get a word on what has happened, whether or not foul play was ruled out or so, So, although we have had some preliminary information, but we just like to be cautious. You understand? When we don't have enough facts, we would withhold certain information until such time. Earlier, the next thing that we have to tell earlier about, marijuana continues to be the main illegal drug consumed by Grenadians. And that's according to data from the Grenada Drug Epidemiology Network, Grenada. Now the data shows that marijuana was the most widely used and available drug in 2020. Now according to the report, a survey was conducted among 71 student athletes in March of last year, of which 24 of them reported that they had used marijuana. This represents 35% of the athletes who participated in that survey. 35% of them. Now the average age of first use of marijuana among the athletes, or among the respondents, let me just say, because I don't want to, among the respondents were 14 years. Man, 14? Parents all have the money to all the children. 14 years, that could go real south for them. My first experience, and my first and my last, I had two experiences with marijuana. One time I was in school and they put marijuana in fudge. So I joking around, then boys say, that fudge bad, Well, Hutchie playing inquisitive, I gonna bite the fudge, I eat the fudge. Let me tell you something, I almost died. Everything was amplified. You understand? Lightning flashing only for me. I tell my friends I go dead. Never me again. You understand? Yeah, the price you pay when you inquisitive, when you fast. You understand? So your parents have to talk to your children. You understand? But my mother hearing that for the first time, but not like you could beat me. Cox a gimme. You know what I mean? Shivan Cox. A.k.a. Coxilus. Bring the fudge. Anyway, let's do that dog. The next time I was an adult and I'm playing fast. You understand? Never me again. Never! Got a piece of thing, so I say, are they hanging out with the boys and you want to feel like normal, like everybody else, and like a peer pressure. Well, not necessarily peer pressure. You just want to blend in. So your boy take a little thing and never me again. I kid you not. I ain't going back there. No, sir. Anyway, let's go back to the story. I say this to say, parents, instill in your children proper values that when you're not around, they will still remember them. You know what I mean? So even if you have 10 friends around them, that they wouldn't deviate from what they are taught. Because the price you pay for making a simple mistake can be irreversible. In my case, I'm normal. But in some other people's cases, other children's cases, it might go really south. You understand? Now, marijuana was said to be the main drug used by clients who sought treatment at the Radun Psychiatric Unit in 2020 for drug use. 94 of the 133 clients sought treatment due to problems associated with the use of marijuana. Are you hearing me? I'm getting hot inside here, boy. Wow. Are you hearing me? You understand? So the business is serious. Parents, again, all you hear me? Let me repeat. The Radun is the Monge. You understand? 94 of the 133 clients who sought treatment due to problems associated with the use of marijuana in Radoon. Now, psychiatric conditions exhibited by the clients who assess treatment included anxiety-related disorders, borderline personality disorder, bipolar and related disorders, depressive disorders, schizophrenia, spectrum, and drug-induced psychosis. They get mad. You understand? What telling all you? Now, the research study showed marijuana use among young men in Grenada during the COVID-19 pandemic indicated that 71 of the 96 respondents smoked marijuana prior to March 25th, 2020. So that would be before the pandemic. 35 of the young men who reported that they had smoked marijuana were in the age group of 17 to 21 years. You understand? 44 respondents reported that they smoked marijuana during that period, March 25th to May 31st, 2020. 44 respondents. That's almost half of them. You understand? Children. While some clients at Radoon and respondents to the marijuana survey for young men encountered legal challenges, including arrests and incarceration for possession of marijuana. Now, according to the Grenada, to sum it all up, the data shows that the use of marijuana is a clear and present danger to the health and the overall well-being of many persons in Grenada. No. You understand? Anyway, we're moving again. How are we looking for time? I don't share anything, man. I find out I don't want to share the business. What it is? What's going on with all everybody? Share anything now, man. What it is? You understand? So, Ola, share the next thing that I have to tell all you now. Imagine this, right? As we were saying earlier on the program. Your loved one, sick. They need to be taken to the hospital or to the doctor for treatment. The doctor says, well, the leg has to be amputated. And the doctor or the surgeon goes ahead and amputates the wrong leg. That happened in St. Lucia.
A woman has accused a surgeon here of amputating the wrong one of her grandmother's legs. Senior correspondent Miguel Favre has the details in this report.
Another post has gone viral on social media. This time, the publisher tagged NBC Television and 2 other news media houses in an effort to get the message out there. The woman said, quote, "My grandmother went to get her leg amputated and the surgeon removed the wrong leg," end quote. She questioned the doctor's competence, adding that he said he, quote, "knew it was supposed to be the left leg, but went in thinking it was the right to be removed," end quote. The Facebook post has been shared to numerous social media and instant messaging platforms, and our news desk has been attempting to determine the veracity of the post. Sources told us that the Health Minister, Senator Mary Isaac, was called from cabinet meeting to a hospital Monday morning. However, she did not immediately return our request for information. Our efforts at reaching OKEU's management were unsuccessful as well. The Health Ministry's Communications Department was unaware of the situation. We did, however, reach the President of the Medical and Dental Association, Dr. Merle Clark, who learned of the post in the same manner as the general public. The SLMDA is in the process of looking into the claims, as according to Dr. Clark, it is a very serious charge. She did promise an interview Tuesday. Any claim of that nature naturally will be investigated by the hospital's management as well. The social media post, meanwhile, was taken down by the young woman, but she says it by no means indicates that her story wasn't true. In fact, we learned that taking down the post was a suggestion from a nurse. The woman, when we reached out Monday afternoon, was in the process of seeking legal counsel. Miguel Favre, NBC Prawn.
Olio, let's put ourselves in that position just for 30 seconds. So you go in there thinking that grandma will be all right. Grandma, you kiss grandma, you tell grandma, I'll see you on the other side of your surgery. And when you come back, the first thing you see is the wrong leg cut off. Put yourself in the position of that person. Put yourself in the position of the family member, and then put yourself in the position of the patient herself. Or you could do it vice versa. Huh? Would you imagine? So here's what has to happen. Listen, are you not understanding the gravity of the situation? Because here's what has to happen. Now she still has to undergo surgery on the leg that was supposed to be removed in the first place. Are you hearing me? Well, what? Anyway, I really feel it. You understand? For the family members involved in this thing here. And before I go, I've been itching to say this for the past few days, that this is news discussed, not told. And there's a growing trend that I see on social media. And as a young man, I would like to articulate my position on it and use my position of influence, if it still exists, to say to young persons who see the need to expose your bodies on social media, that for whatever reason that you're doing that is not necessary. It irks me like my belly boil every time I go on social media, that my social media feeds is bombarded with body parts that are supposed to be shared, if ever, in private messages, but they are dominating people's news feeds. So you're just seeing it all over, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. There are so many of it. So many young people are resorting to exposing their body on social media for whatever reason. I don't know, it could be one of two things. It's either that our self-esteem is so eroded. You understand? It's so eroded that we need to get some sort of approval, or we need to be reminded that these body parts have value. And so we go and we post them out there, and we wait to see the response. And then when we get the responses, somehow we are validated. Somehow we feel good that, yeah, boy. You know what I mean? So it's either our self-esteem is so eroded, or so we undervalue ourselves, one, or we overvalue ourselves so much so that we think that the world needs to see, we boast of our assets. Yeah? Any which way, any side of the spectrum is still wrong. Because too much or too little of anything is still good for nothing. Where is the balance? People, it is not necessary to expose your body. The fact that you are, to what end? Now, the fact that you are willing to expose your body doesn't mean that you look better than those who don't wish to do that. So don't fool yourself. The fact that everyone is running towards your pictures, you're exposing your body, doesn't mean that you look better than the person who chooses not to do it. You get me? So don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. People will value you will value you more when you show that you have substance. When you show that you have confidence. And you do not need to boast. Salt never say I sale. You just know when you look at salt, you know you have to take it in pinches. Because when you look at it, you know its worth. You know its value. Sugar don't have to say it's sweet. You look at it and you know. That you have to take it in small portions. Because you know its value. But you, as a human being, who is superior, most superior of beings on this face of the earth, feels like you need to go the extra mile and expatiate and exaggerate for what? You know what I mean? So hear me out. Me not a pastor, but sometimes I feel like it. I am asking you, please, do your future a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do your daughter a favor. Do your son a favor. And not let the past haunt or impede their days to come. And your past means the immediate past, the now. The things you do now cannot and will not be erased when you decide to go a different path 5 years from now. Or when your daughter or son decides to take a different path 30 or 40 years from now, you cannot erase the mistakes that you make now. And it is a mistake. And you know how much of us can sit there and say, oh, I wish I had somebody to tell me not to do that, you know, because I wouldn't be where I am today. How many of us can say that today? All of us could say, listen, if only I had somebody to say to me then, don't do this, because this is what's going to happen to you down the road. Then we would not have done or made the mistakes that we have made. But we learn from it anyway. But here's what. You do not need to make the mistake to learn. We are saying to you, and I know that there are other people on the program who feels the same way, we are saying to you, you're beautiful. We are saying to you, you're handsome. We are saying to you that you're special. We are saying to you, do not expose your body for the sake of approval by other people. Do you understand me? We are saying to you, save yourself the future pain. All right? And that is what I wanted to say all week. And I don't know how to say it because I don't want to rub people off the wrong way. You know? But I see you and I hear you. And I'm saying to you, you don't need to do it. All right? If you want a thing, you have a little boyfriend, a little girlfriend, share the thing in a little private if you need to go to that length. Share a little thing in a little private and feel good about yourself, you know, in a little private message and things like that. Don't do that on social media. Are you here? All right, good. We're pretty. So, earlier, we're taking a little break and thing now. And then we're coming back. And so when we come back, we have for you the national report, we have for you the weather, and we have to remind you that we'll be having some giveaways on the program. All you look forward to those giveaways there because it will be bad. You understand? And before we go there too, don't forget the position of the delivery clerk. All right? There's a job opportunity and your responsibilities and requirements of the position. It includes but are not limited to accurately delivering goods to customers, minimizing errors and damages. You have to have the ability to lift products over 50 pounds, the ability to stay focused in a fast-paced and moderately stressed environment. You must be self-driven and highly motivated to learn and execute new knowledge. And knowledge of building and construction material will be an asset. Now, applications should be submitted to the email address jobopportunitygda@outlook.com before March 31st, 2021. They say that only applicants selected for interview will receive acknowledgement. All right, and so that's it. We're taking a break and we will be back in a moment with the national report and the weather. Stay tuned. A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Boy, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Safe, effective COVID-19 vaccines will offer protection against the virus, helping to prevent death and serious illness. But how do they actually work? Like other vaccines, such as the flu shot, COVID-19 vaccines will be given with a needle. This triggers an immune response in the body, which is the body's natural way of defending itself. The vaccine will strengthen your immune system by training it to recognise and fight against the virus that causes COVID-19. Vaccines may contain either killed or weakened versions of the virus that causes the disease, or a small part of the virus, such as a protein. There is no risk that you will get the disease from a vaccine. When your immune system recognises this virus or parts of it in the vaccine as being foreign, it responds by creating memory cells and antibodies that will protect you against future infection or disease. As a result, you'll be less likely to have severe COVID-19 symptoms after a vaccination.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Grenada bids farewell to a man described as a major contributor to national development. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, March 16th, 2021, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. The life of a statesman and contributor to national development, Mr. Elvin G. Nimrod, was celebrating on Tuesday. Mr. Nimrod's family was joined by government and political party affiliates, as well as friends and constituents of Carriacou and Petite Martinique in celebrating his life at a service at the Lauriston Mini Stadium. Nimrod passed away on February 6, 2021 in the United States. A recurring theme at the ceremony was his service to people. Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell said Mr. Nimrod, whom he regarded as a true friend, will always be remembered as a man of honor.
Nimrod was truly a man of and for the people. He loved them and they loved him back. And so today, sisters and brothers, although I'm personally saddened, like many of you, to say goodbye to my brother and my friend, I'm also heartened by the fact that he lived a full life. He fulfilled his dream, and in the process, he left us many valuable lessons. Today, therefore, I won't say goodbye. I would say thank you. Thank you, Elvin Jim Nimrod, for being instrumental in the transformation of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, and also Grenada. Thank you for the passion you displayed to all of us in Europe. Thank you for your love. Thank you for living by example. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being a good service to the government and people of our beautiful country.
In an emotional delivery, Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, Honorable Kindra Maturin Stewart, fought back tears to describe the man that helped mold her and shaped her to carry the baton as representative for the people of the Sister Isles.
No words, absolutely no words, can express what we as a people are feeling right now, as losing someone so well loved and respected is never easy. As for me, I am broken, I'm shattered, and I'm in pain. For I will tell you that this was never the plan. I never thought that I would be saying goodbye to you, Mr. Nimrod, less than 3 years after you passed the baton on. But God had a greater plan. I am, however, though comforted, knowing that you lived a full and rewarding life, and that you have done your work here on earth, and that it is now time for you to take your rest. As I have promised you before, I will continue to hold the fort, and I know that you will continue to watch over me as long as I remain on this journey.
Nimrod entered politics in 1995 as an independent candidate, and although he lost, he garnered 33% of the votes. He was then approached by the New National Party and became a senator in 1997. By 1999, he ran on an NNP ticket and won his seat as MP for Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Thereafter, he continued to regain his seat as MP until his retirement from politics in 2018. Speaking on behalf of the NNP, Chairman Anthony Boson said the political achievements of the late Elvin Nimrod must be admired.
Under Nimrod's representation, the political landscape of the Sister Isles was transformed from what was traditionally an impregnable fortress of the GNP-NDC political party to what can now be considered a relatively safe seat for the new National Party. Elvin Nimrod not only transformed the political landscape of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, but also, with the support of his government, he transformed the physical, social, and economic landscape as well. New roads, new port and marina, this mini stadium, improvement in the housing stock, upgrading of the airport, the Top Hill Senior Citizens Home are just a few of the many initiatives that bear the footprints of Elvin G. Nimrod.
Also paying tribute to the late Deputy Prime Minister was Minister for Climate Resilience, Senator Simon Steele. He said Mr. Nimrod will be remembered for his love of people.
In squaring this circle, his dedication to public service, his selfless sacrifice, and his unwavering commitment to his beloved Carriacou and Petite Martinique was tireless and can never be questioned. It was those conversations in my parents' garden in Hillsborough over a pot of my father's famous fish broth, sharing his dreams and vision for the development of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, and his energy and passion that inspired me to get more actively involved in politics on my return home to Carriacou.
Continuing the news, family members of the late Elvin G. Nimrod also showered praise on their loved one for his outstanding contribution to the development of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Delivering the eulogy, Nimrod's younger brother, Bernard Alexander, said Carriacou got a new look almost overnight through the restoration and upgrade of the island's road network. He said work done by the late Deputy Prime Minister has laid the groundwork for the island's economic and social development for many years to come.
We would be remiss if we did not include the fact that the Honorable Elvin G. Nimrod from 1999, when he first contested the general elections under the banner of the NNP, won every election thereafter until his retirement in March of 2018. The Honorable Elvin G. Nimrod led a life of extraordinary strength and courage. He was a man of faith and was sent to Carriacou and Petite Martinique at a time when his homeland needed that individual.
Mr. Nimrod was also described as a devoted father who found all means necessary to provide for his family. His son, Lloyd G. Nimrod, described his father as a hero. He said that his father has made him the individual he is today through his hard work and sacrifice.
Thank you, Daddy, for sacrificing your time to send me the college application to apply to Virginia State University when I received numerous rejection letters from most of the schools I wanted to attend. Thank you, Daddy, for sacrificing your time to personally drive me down on an over 7-hour trip for my freshman orientation at Virginia State University in August of 1992.
Also paying tribute was Bonfield Bristol, a close friend, who said that Mr. Nimrod has paved the way for Carriacou.
This is just a pause. We must continue to move on. To move on in a direction whereby our sons and daughters, thinking about Mr. Nimrod, we would question ourselves, how can we let his dying not be in vain? We can sit down, but that is not what he wants of us. This is not what he's asking of us, my brothers and sisters, this evening. I believe it is imperative The journey Mr. Nimrod started must continue. It's not only for us here in Carriacou and Pittimatnik, but the state of Grenada.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Are you gonna wear your mask today? You see everywhere you go. There are rules you got to follow, so don't you say COVID-19 will delay. Take the opportunity to save your community. Don't be that guy, put a mask on your face if you're heading outside. It's your life, my life, more lives will be taken if we don't try. If you feel any symptoms, call the hotline. Stay inside until you feel fine. 6 feet away every day. Keep COVID-19 far from away. Keep Grenada safe. Be COVID-19 smart.
Welcome back. The General Hospital now has an in-house cardiologist and nephrologist thanks to the excellent diplomatic relations between the governments of Cuba and Grenada. Permanent Secretary with responsibility for hospital and community health services, Hannah Julian St. Paul, says the arrival of the health professionals fits into the plan of the government through the Ministry of Health to improve the health care services offered to citizens.
In an effort to improve our staffing capacity at the hospital to ensure that we provide services in a timely manner to our people, we have to ensure that we have the personnel to do so. And that is why we have reached out to Cuba, because we are trying to provide access to care. And one of the things that we are trying to do is the introduction of different services. So today we have a nephrologist with us, we have a cardiologist with us, to areas that we didn't have within our health services before, an island within our health service. So we may have these persons privately from time to time or coming as visiting missions, right? But we can boast today that we have our cardiologists within the hospital services, because of recent we are seeing an increase in the number of persons living with cardiac problems. We have seen persons who are suffering with cardiovascular issues. So when we sit and we look at what we are seeing based on the condition that patients are coming to us with, that is what enables us to make a decision as to what area of professionals that we need.
While they will be based in St. George's, the specialists will be required to make periodic visits to other medical facilities.
Specialist services are what we call our outpatient services, and within our hospitals, and which is General Hospital, Princess Alice and Princess Royal, we have our outpatient services. So the specialists will be going to these areas on a weekly basis. Our sonographer, we would have a sonographer for Princess Alice Hospital, and the lab technicians, and so we know they would be based at the General Hospital because that's where our lab is at. But we have the intention to decentralize services. So we are looking now at putting laboratory services into Princess Alice and Princess Royal. So at some point in time, persons will be moved around in order to provide those services.
Finally, in the news, a new batch of registered nurses will soon be assigned to the various wards at the General Hospital on completion of their orientation program. They will conclude a 2-week orientation on Wednesday, which provided local health officials with the opportunity to introduce new employees.
Most of them were students not too long ago, and now they're taking a new role. And we do know that young nurses, when they finish training, they need a lot of support so they can perform competently as registered nurse. And it's not very easy just coming from nursing school and getting to the work environment when we expect you to perform at a certain level. We use that orientation process to get to know the nurse, what some of the values are, what are the knowledge and skills they're coming in with. We're going to use also the opportunity to teach some of the things that we expect, some of the skills that they're expected to perform, and the duties as a registered nurse.
That's Sister Honoris Martin Charles, Director of Nursing Services at the General Hospital. That story just ended the national report for today, Tuesday, March 16th, 2021. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Chrisanne Mitchell, thanking you for joining us.
And that's it. And we have the... Say hi before you go. Say hi. Hi. Okay, and so we have the weather. Fair to partly cloudy with few light isolated showers. Minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate. Waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. And that's your weather report for tonight. He doesn't want me to hold him down. Hi. Say, look, Allah, look, Allah. Say hi, Allah. Hi. Look, Shireen there. Look, Shireen there. See Shireen? Say hi, Shireen. Alright, so anyway, so folks, that's it. Cynthia and Deborah and Charmaine and Richard. And who else is with us? No, don't press it. We have with us as well Della and Avril and Yvonne and Zaka, Michelle, Vicky, Lisa, Kenny, big up Kenny, alright? Cynthia, Rayburn, and Spice Girl. Teresa. Yeah. Joan, Brenda. He doesn't want me to. Java. And yeah, everyone else on the program. Thank you for watching, alright? So we're saying goodbye. Say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Say bye-bye, everyone.
I did.
Alright. So, yes. So, take care. I did not find the glasses. I don't know what he did with it. And I asked, but you'll have to get them in a good mood before they can see
Bye-bye.
what they did with it.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. So, take care. And we will touch base tomorrow, God's willing. Same time, same place. Okay, let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja! No. Again, goodbye, everyone. And see you tomorrow, God's willing. Hopefully, we'll get the glasses by then. Hopefully, you'll see what you did with glasses.
Bye-bye.
Take care, guys.